What's up, everybody? Misadventures Productions here. You're with Andy, and we are heading out on a snorkeling day trip here in Panama City, Florida. Now I'm starting on a small little inlet lake, if you will. I'm right off St. Andrews Bay. I've put in basically almost right down the street from my house. Never thought of doing it from here before, but we're doing it today. And got to go under this crazy bridge right here. You'll see in just a minute when it gets dark. Got to go under this, like, it's almost a drainage. It's more like a drainage bridge than anything. Here we go. We'll get up a little speed so I can coast through it. Whee! And we are heading out. We're gonna go. We're gonna go out to Shell Island today. Shell Island and St. Andrews State Park. The other day I tried to do a video out there. I got a new mask, a new snorkeling mask, and I'm really wanting to give it a shot and check it out. So the other day I took off out to St. Andrews State Park in the truck, and thanks to the COVID-19, they were at their full capacity and weren't letting anybody into the park at that time. And they said, if you want to try back in an hour, you know, we may be able to start letting people in again. So I left, killed some time, came back in about an hour. They still were at full capacity. I waited for about a good 2 hours, and I was like, it was getting late. It was already like 3 o'clock in the afternoon at that point. So I decided to pack it up and head back to the house. So on the way back to the house, I decided, I was like, hey, you know what? I have a touring kayak, and I've done this paddle before. So I'm gonna paddle out to Shell Island so I can go snorkel the jetties. And that's exactly what I'm doing today. So we are off on our adventure. Let's see what the day has in store for us today. So it's a little overcast today. I'd say it's mostly cloudy, which I wish it was a bright sunny day, but I'll tell you what though, the overcast is really good to keep the sun from beating on you. Because right around this time of year, June, here in the panhandle of Florida, come July and August even, you get hammered by that sun if it is a cloudless sunny day. So I'm actually thankful for the little bit of cloud cover that we do have today. There's still some nice blue skies, and from what I understand, the visibility should be pretty good underwater, which is what this trip is all about for me, is some underwater. I haven't been out to the jetties and snorkeled probably since last year, and so I'm pretty excited about that. The tide is going out right now, so I'm hoping that will work in my favor to move me along, but what that also means is I will be going against the tide on the way back in, because the next high tide isn't until later this evening. But that's kind of the price you pay for open water, you know, open water kayaking. Think about trying to paddle upstream in a not fast moving river, but just a flowing river, you know. Think about trying to paddle upstream. That's very similar to trying to go against a tide that's coming in through a narrow channel, because we may be going through the pass just for some fun. And yes, I do plan on having some drone footage while I'm out here today. I did bring the drone with me. I've been kind of wanting to fly it over this area, so that ought to be cool as well. So stick around. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. You know, one of the things I like about open water paddling, I guess, or saltwater paddling, is sometimes you get to ride some waves if the conditions are good in the direction you're going, and they'll kind of push you along. You'll feel them swell up from behind you, and the bow of the boat will tip forward a bit, and then you just see wake just, and then that wave will pass, and then another one come up from behind you. I just had that happen with some of the boats that are passing by, and it's just such a cool feeling. It's I've always wanted to kayak surf, you know, learn how to surf this thing in some shore breaks, but we don't really have very big waves here, you know, but it's still pretty cool to feel though, when you have one come up from behind you, and then it just starts carrying you with it, and then it'll break past you, and then the next one will come up. So when boats come through, sometimes I like to find their wake and just get in it. It's pretty fun. Oh, mullet running. That was a big one. I just saw some mullet about yay big. Well, yeah, about almost 2 feet. It's real shallow right here where I'm at. I'm kind of running along the shores here of a neighborhood called Bay Point. I believe this is Bay Point. Portions of Bay Point anyway. Some of our more affluent residents in the Panama City Beach area. So it's I mean, it's what, maybe 2 feet deep here. I mean, I could totally get out and just walk if I wanted to, but I'm trying to get somewhere, so I'm not going to do that. Anyway, we're making pretty good time. We're getting closer, and we're about to be crossing Grand Lagoon here in a minute over to Sandy Point, and then we're going to make a slight left turn and head directly through the pass. That ought to be exciting. I called a dive shop today, wanted to know what the conditions were out in that area, and you know, water clarity and things like that. And they said the pass is running fairly big today, so that ought to be fun. I'm hoping we got like at least 5 to 6 foot swells out in there. Those are so much fun to paddle through. So we'll see that here in a little bit. Stick with me, everybody. Stick with me. All right, here we are on the jetties. I'm about to hit the water. Really clear, conditions are great. Let's go see some stuff.